I know that you guys all came here to enjoy some comedy tonight. Unfortunately, that won't be happening. Instead, we're going to be talking about parenting and children. You know the Will Smith song, Parents Just Don't Understand? Everyone knows that song.
Yeah.
Great song. Well, they don't. They just don't understand. Let me set the mood here. Let me set a scenario, okay? It's a beautiful, sunny afternoon. It's about noontime. You pull up to a relative's house. Maybe it's your nephew's birthday, maybe your niece, maybe your cousin. They're 1 to 3 years old. And you're walking up and you see all your family's cars. And you see one car you don't recognize, probably a Civic 97. And you see some person you don't recognize in it, probably about scruffy 22-year-old, probably drinking a beer, or perhaps smoking a cigarette. But you don't pay any attention. You walk in to the little birthday party. And so you're there, and you know your relative, your little relative whose birthday it is, maybe they're playing with chalk, or maybe they're drinking bubbles. Along those lines, I don't know. And what happens, with zero warning, no warning at all, out of the deepest, darkest corner of the house, comes an 8-foot-tall Dora the Explorer. No warning at all. No one says anything. This thing is 8 feet tall, okay? I'm pretty sure I saw it dunking in the parking lot. And you know what? Not just on a kiddie hoop. This is a 10-foot hoop. It was and so what happens? No warning. This Dora comes out. And so what does the kid do whose birthday it is? Of course, this thing comes out and walks right towards the kid. His birthday. No one gave the kid any warning. And this is what the kid does. Like, the Dora's walking there, and the kid's just like, oh, Dora. You know, 3-year-olds can't talk, but I'm going to verbalize. Oh, that's, I know that. That's Dora. And the Dora's coming up, like, and it doesn't talk, so that's even more scary. And the kid's like, yeah, it gets a little closer. I fucking recognize you. You're fucking Dora the Explorer. Saw you on Nick Jr. an hour ago. And it gets a little closer and starts to rub the kid's cheek, and the kid's like, pretty fucking big. You don't look like how you looked on TV. And then it tries to pick the kids up, and the kid's like, Mom. And then Dora the Explorer tries to pick the kid up all the way, and the kid's just like, Mom, get this thing off me! Get this thing off me! I need an adult! And so that's why they should really call birthdays from years 1 to 3 day of terrifying incidents instead of a birthday. And I don't even think Dora the Explorer is that good of a role model to begin with anyway. Let me explain why. She's an explorer. She doesn't have an occupation. Being an explorer is not an occupation. She's basically living off social assistance. And to be honest, I don't think she's really an American citizen. I think that honestly, she's an illegal immigrant. And she probably walked across the desert, and she's got that backpack. Everyone knows the backpack. And she's probably got weed in it. And she's probably selling weed over the border. I don't trust her either. I don't know how old she is. She can't be more than like 5 or 6. I don't know how old that is in cartoon years. But you can't be 6 years old and be an explorer. Lewis and Clark were not in Huggies going down the Mississippi. That's not how it works. I absolutely don't trust Dora. I don't trust her friends either. Bob the Builder. He's building houses without a contractor's license. That's just goddamn illegal. You can't do that. If something breaks, if something falls, Bob's gone. He's gone with Dora. They're back across the border, and you're done. You're out of luck. There's a death. There's a funeral. No one's going to pay for it. Someone's got to do something about that. Lastly, Oscar the Grouch. And this isn't even funny. Don't even laugh at this. Oscar Grouch has hepatitis C from living in a garbage can. That's just straight facts. That's just straight facts right there. Fred Flintstone. Now, don't repeat this when you leave this room, because this is like inside information. He's no longer with us, obviously. But when he was on the Flintstones, he'd been known to lock himself in a hotel room with an ounce of blow and 2 hookers for the weekend. And that's just true. So parents, you got to pay attention when you're bringing these people into your kids' lives. Pay attention.